the first to know. Nsem-Pii TV.
Yura Mahama Ayariga MP edema omanfo a ewo Boko Central na Mahama Ayariga ehyasie edi NDC amanyokuo no echi enye na free me osepen so a ono etimi ewurewure ma edu ba bi obeye Minister of Information and afi osan ebeye Minister of Youth and Sports and John Dramani Mahama epenso enti NDC amanyokuo no opomo a omoye mpanifo ni bi o ma ontimi enka eni Mahama Ayariga emfiri mu na eno na Mahama Ayariga ese asem no krade eda ho a eni kwan se otosa bi na ono edu ba bi na NDC amanyuko ne ono ankasa ne nkofo ni bi ka se abatuo yi aye kwa akoto yi se ye very simple crowd ti se fifi kote ni ese edu nketi amo ka se Bawumia de o si afa ne simple crowd o se eya na eye ne sere na ono abatuo a wa witness enyina de edi wompa eye se won ekwa akohia Bawumia no no odwene ho a onte ase the reason why ntia NDC amanyuku no led by John Dramani Mahama ehunu se okon na won ekọ no eye nkrankra akon a campaign ne kura du ba bia na won edidi agro won ka asem bia eye serious won emfa information bia emba all because of say won enim se won awie na ono de onim se nya okonkotwa na omokono na NDC amanyuko no anya very careful a won ani so nti o na Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia dane won etikọ de ahwe fom o se sede eye den ma won 2008 no we kra de be ye den more e de asene sa because Nana Akufo-Addo na on free northern region enti na northerners no enim ne sa this time there one akwakofe nipa o free northern region John Dramani Mahama so e free northern region e ho and now one generate one vote a different this time northern region mu be chemi you say two and no and the problem no ebeba no but onim de enti a NDC amanyukuo no how one ACB dwena one afa neoma trasa oso wano kro dwene ho ana eye no wana yenkonye tie Mahama Ayariga
that this election is going to be one of the most difficult elections for us. So nobody should take things for granted. This is going to be the biggest fight of our lives. Why do I say so? The last election, we fought against Akufo-Addo, who is not from anywhere near here. Look at the margin by which we beat him in the north. This time we are facing Bawumia, who is our neighbor. So the fight that we put up in the last election, this election, we need to put up double of the fight that we put up in the last election. So nobody should take this for granted.
Especially since 2022, this country has gone through very difficult time in our macroeconomic space. And NDC for John Mahama, I assume you say automatically because of fees we are saying for the United Day, not Ghana for yes we be a kind automatically no Ghana no kwa kwa John Mahama. Again, they assume they say MPP for 8 years. In Toma 8 years, yeah, Omotamaso, Omonko Obia 8 years. It's automatically no Ghana for John Mahama. That is actually what the NDC thought. But that was at a time now ye flag bearer mpoye. That was at a time ye flag bearer no na onya si fam ene Ghana for enkasa ye. And now me no kase and soon sound sworn from every poll in Aba, including posters from NDC from your post by NDC. Every day when they release their polls, you could still see huge improvement on the part of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia as against John Mahama. And the reason is simple. The Ghanaian voter has realized that what about the man penny penny? And the amount of Kasa in 2024 years now, Okasa Yoma win in 2012. There is not a single promiser, former President Mahama, Emma, and now 1 man promise in 2012. And then you became president in 2013, 14, 15, 16. You did not fulfill a single of these promises that you made to us within the period. Rather, no, for each of the macroeconomic indicators, you moved us from bad to worse. Your friend, even social interventions, social safety net, ɔman wei ɛde ato hɔ a Ghanafoɔ enjoy koraa wogye firi nsɛm nkɔla over 100,000 ɛna afi biara ɔmo katra fi ɔmo ntumi ankɔ school nurse for ne teacher for AVA school 4 years one form adwuma mu ɔmo a ɔmo tumi nyɛ adwuma during your tenure in the public sector ɔyɛ adwuma 12 months usu skeni hɔ obetua ne 3 months yɛ de sumu for 4 years ni enya kanea mfa nyɛ adwuma nkɔfo adwuma eguye companies shut down embre do ya na public sector for health say yes slow improve our conditions of service na ya ketua mu ntu mu kakra because of many more yet under your tenure no o hwe mo anim e ka tro mo say wo no wo hu strike hu enti strike wo hoi enya wo hwe na se wo e ya aketua enko antu mu no mo penti no mo ko strike dia wo ye ti say odwan funu unsuro sekan enti dia mo be bi o mo nge nurse for the teacher for more colleges or more school here for ma rely on nurses and teachers allowance o different o nsem o sufre wo no o ka tro mo say you no kwa na obe restore no mato abama dia ankom nto abentia o nti senior at the back o didi say saniema we a wo be ye ya so mampani o san be biem 8 years later now be catch Ghana for say o nto abama wo a o didi say nurse ni be to abama doctor ni na 8 years ago catch we say to na catch you ma we say on to no oda so ho student na we dey nurses and teachers allowance stream in say no and now be nurse be doctor nurse for ne civil servant ni doctor for na we ti 3 months out of 4 months no omo ko retirement omo da so ho in kola 100,000 na we ti omo 3 no omo da so ho omo so a omo nua no ma benya kwan akọ secondary school na omo breso na omo ye under you to omo tia nko no omo ni tia so eyo wo na wa be mu a aka omo nua no ma na omo to be call secondary school omo wi a omo to aso nko omo nya sa akonya no they will vote against the former president senior. There is no way these people I have mentioned who are going to go into the polls and vote for John Mahama, His Excellency. The man became president and he failed completely. He became president and he disregarded everybody in this country. He became president and he woefully failed to perform. And there is no way, absolutely no way that Ghanaians are going to line up and vote for him. After all, who wants to go back? After all, who wants to go and take something that was not in good condition? And that is why every day you see an improvement in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's friend is saying polls and survey in this country. On your perfect, on your 100%. But they're gonna phone you can say between the former president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia and Kwandie, they see in Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia a leader that is committed and dedicated towards the cause of this country. A leader that is looking into the future and believes that Ghana can also fight to build this country to be as competitive as any other country can be. And that is why I can tell you without any shadow that say nobody is taking John Mahama's words for anything. Nobody is taking John Mahama's words for anything. And it's not as he said, you cannot yet say that. You cannot, what can be paying, ya see be paying, your man and walk in your pain, they obey and obey. We need to give another person a chance. No, so need the could be to me, or no, so for me, come on, MIA. What kids if ye? A to the beer, or bimpo, which your school fees in a many year, what school they year, what's your money years so school, no? A sunny singlet are only. A sunny kayas, see that's only kayas. Slippers are only. Now what kids if ye? Enti ya wo kofi mensa ene kojobo nsu nyina e wo community ba ho kofi mensa nyiya no wotumi akọ school area be doctor okono befie e be sere busuafo a obeba na kojo mensa ete kwanten na yesere kojo mensa. But the difference between Kofi Bonsu and Kojo Mensa is say Kofi Bonsu efie ne papa ne maami tumi nyeske tua no kan ma ne ko school na Mensa de ne bin ne fie nti wontumi antoa so nti na wakatena kwan ho no ade ne yemmo bu nyina sa opportunity no bi antumi nkobi na so wuwie a ne nyina ye kwa ne nyina ye besi a no bi ade ni dai den aba. There is not a single policy this country has seen that is bigger and better than free senior high school. And I'm praying for a day you bet me at once to be a it's Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's point is that South Free Senior High School reflected in every pool in Abano. He's quite convinced to say we have to upgrade it to the next level. And the next level of upgrade, then they say, I can't know my mienu or who I see a miemuna sanyamano, it to me, a man is Jiran and so preoccupied. Yedikai, improved infrastructure. When everybody say, it's not a free senior high school in see, number of children now echo school, no, or my dorsal. Every school are there never. In the past 8 years, government has been working hard to fill in that infrastructural gap, no? But we still have more work to do. And Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is promising that upgrade. Say we'll finish this infrastructure expansion under his presidency, and is committed to it. Second one, feeding. You agree with me? Say as I speak to you, of course, secondary school we have some two challenges. It will be infrastructure and feeding. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is committed and is clearly outlined ways that he would ensure, say, the feeding for these children for senior high schools, will be top notch. It will be upgraded to ensure, say, upgrading making sure, say, colony feeding, no, a bit could years and you see, and see, it will be success. We would be a shining example for hundreds of countries across the world in terms of creating equal opportunities for all in education. There are very few countries in this world that say, educational system. It's a senior Ghana. It's a aquala sorry on a part. We hear also we found the bag. Now, and that is one of the things that is showing up in almost every poll in Aba, including the Aba last week and our once a me, and we are looking at improving that aspect. There are other key issues like youth unemployment. It's critical. In fact, youth unemployment remains one of the top things on the mind of every Ghanaian. Say, making sure say, in Yuma Beba, now millions of Ghanaians are still our more home paying. Abai has created over 2.3 million jobs, and yet we still have millions of young Ghanaians are home pay in Yuma. And to see a crumple senior, it's even going to be more critical because the more skilled citizens you produce, the more jobs you have to create. In Tenei will be able school. They say we are going to have a lot more skilled and ready to work young people in our society than we had in the past. And into Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, I promise it specific interventions or the better to create jobs. One which is very critical is the 1 million young people he promises to train in digital skills. And then India, there are millions of young Indians but companies are not some employers in India. Jumama companies are US, companies are Europe, and other countries in Asia, simply because of the digital foundation India for a creation, and that is something that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is committed to. After all, he has championed and led this digital drive for this country rigorously in the last 8 years, and all we are going to do is to upgrade digital efforts now, by ensuring, say, having put in all the systems and structures in place, now we move towards training our young people in these digital skills so they can fill in the jobs available and jobs outside the country. The promise for 1 million young people. He's also spoken about SME banker, OBP, small and medium enterprises. And there's a reason. Ghana has 90% of businesses in this country SMEs. 90% of businesses in the companies are Ghana small and medium enterprises. That's a fact. Now, of the employed population in that space, 80% of them are employed under SMEs. What it means basically is that if we're able to build our SMEs for them to grow and expand, absorb a lot of the unemployed in our country. And so Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's plan is simple. He's setting up an SME bank that is exclusively dedicated towards providing needed financial support, capital injections for our SMEs in the country. ADB, we also a banker and SMEs to make sure that all our small and medium enterprises are able to perform, expand, produce more, and employ more. Now, on one other strategy, the other strategy is that whilst these SMEs are being provided with the needed funding, no more, no more expanding. Some produce here, we must be able to get the needed demand to buy and I say to procure and purchase Yamano produce. And he is introducing the holistic credit scoring system. Now, what the credit scoring system? And they say, "Senior, when you say Kwabutia, Omun cash and carry to say cash and carry Ghana Hanu, and then Ghana ha Opeka, just a one bobo was again no, as a way to me a car dealership to Aquacotoka. Open Kunyakra Udimo, just a web bob was kenning Hano, as Wakotonkunya, the Bia cash and carry. In Tiabrabona Yebono, own to me, Yaw Nema, we now live comfortable life at a good da. And baby, oh, deficit, baby. And baby, no, you say, what Bob was the can one your cat and the open also. And it's simply because a Brazilian, Omode, a Bossiabo, and a friend credit system, and a ditanaho. And Tiene, Sabia, Wako hiding, and our penny ama, SCC Udemua. Oh, Fessican Coton Cunya, and Fessican Coton TV, and Fessican Cotompa all at a go. The Arian say, Oko no Coton Cunyano on credit, and pa on credit, TV on credit, fridge on credit. Bosumi Bia, with Juma William. See it out 20,000 Ghana cities, and now they sell 1,000 Ghana cities. Would they move 50 cities? Every year, and Konyana Uchianeka. Would they move 50? 8 year pano. Would they move 50? 8 year fridge, you know. That they can order a combo for the month. In Kakranka, in fact, Utia can do baby. Now they now koto, you know. The Fufraba, Utumidi, they are one call, now they are Kosa, now Gusuchianka Kaka. What this does is that a maximum fono or more cost of living a coffin. A sansuma enidie eba. A sansuma improvement in the lives of the people eba. Na ne kesiya crown say, so put this animal way in place. Emma or citizens are. Obie to me bito. Na almost tono. Na say companies no be producing more. Send be able to meet demand na eba no. Companies no producing more no. Na they would need a lot more hands to be able to produce it. They will employ more to absorb the young people in the communities. So I can go on and on and on and on. And the point I'm making is that the polling is critical for us, not just because after 7-8, it's become obvious. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has improved bigly from where we were in November last year to the point where we're moving from trailing Mahama to actually overtaking Mahama and leading in this post. That is the reality on the ground. The hearing is here. The hearing is saying in the next 70 days or so, Aka is say Tuabano. And Yama Ben Nagana for a year says a year. And what Jude was saying within 60 days practically. That the young to be real within the next 60 days. You know, what is the assurance? What is the strategy? What is the proposal? And how are we communicating it to the Ghanaian voter to believe, the future of this country is at stake, and the person we can trust to lead this country into the future. No one making sure, the day I come as no, you bet me a year as on mine, and the Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Senior, you to me sign quietly. You to me come be an and no. What we need to do, just as every civil society does and every civil country does, and they say, they are yet to me a yambo buying. Not the into upgrade and queening. Not the into me, yambo boy and one. The intermediate going into the future.
Now, Monsieur say, so what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and some are catch if one say me ba may say promises I would all ye no. Nippon and buy into the organ. Monsieur Bibisa.
You know, I can't know. And I'm not. You did say Ghana for Kotuaba, and then this is 1992. Yes, okwa the matches the closing na kotoma broni no ene yam libre asasa enuntina as we speak every day as the days go by a polling ebe nyina no who say otosan and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia economy because you see like I said before Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia take you off your status here campaign way no look there have been challenges especially from 2020 but most